it'd be easy to repaint it and make it look nice again, and that way it'll keep the water, because definitely if I get a wave in the boat, that's why this thing had some serious water damage to it. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. My tools are everywhere. I got parts and pieces everywhere, but bagging them up and writing on the bags what goes where, what screws for what, so it's easier to put back together. And then I'm also taking pictures with my phone as I go. That way when I put it back together, it's not a guessing game and I do it right. I did notice too, some of the wiring in here, it's not waterproofed wiring, and you can see the ends are all corroded on the wires. So I'm going to probably redo a lot of that. This brown and white wire that comes up here just to light this thing, this is the wire someone down in the engine room, you can see it comes up through the floor here. Someone put the wire up through where the cable steering goes. Fuck. Anyways, excuse my French. But just another knucklehead thing I've got to redo, because why do you want a wire next to your cable steering? Like, it's gonna movement, friction, cutting through electricity into another cable. Like, seriously? Duh. Shit. Anyways, but that's what we got going. So alright, I'm gonna start putting all this stuff away so it's safe and doesn't get broken or lost. Everything organized. So we'll see you later. So nothing's ever easy. What's going on here? There's just a cotter pin down in here. It's aluminum with stainless, so it's totally corrosified. The metals have basically alloyed together. So I'm gonna have to drill that out and replace those. And it's gonna be the same on this other side. You can barely move that shift lever because there's so much corrosion in that joint there. And in order to get the throttle cable out, I gotta get all that shit done. So we're packing it in for the night because this job just turned into a day 4 job. Alright, we got some stuff going on today. That little post there is all that's left of the helm at this point. I took the wheel off. I took the table off, which I got to fix too. But basically I was just trying to get the throttle cables out, and when I started looking down in there, a lot of this stuff here was aluminum and stainless, and it was original, so even the cotter pins corroded, and so they basically seized up in there. So I'm gonna have to knock these things out of here and either get new ones or something, or just clean up the hole so that you can actually move the throttles up and down. It was pretty corroded. But anyway, so like I said, one small project trying to just replace that split throttle cable down in the engine room turns into me now pulling this whole dang thing apart, which now I'm going to paint because I might as well. Shit. So this is going to be another drag out week-long process as I get pieces and parts and we get this thing together. But I'm going to probably have to get pieces ordered for it, so it's going to take longer than probably just tomorrow. Hey, so anyways, so that's it. The helm, I got the wheel off back here, I've got the table off. Basically, I'm going to paint the post in place, so I'll mask that all off and paint it. And then the rest of this I'll take apart and paint. Like here, I can just paint this whole, just this piece, I'll just mask it off and I can take it downstairs. And I'll just use spray paint on this, do a nice primer coat and then a nice lacquer coat on top after I sand it and get it nice and ready. So anyway, so that's it. We started off for that throttle cable and ended up now pulling this whole thing apart, and it needs to get done. I would do it eventually, so I might as well now. It's just another thing. You start on one project and you just get sidetracked. But it's just because it's a boat and that's how things are. This wire here, it's crazy. Someone actually put it right up alongside this drive chain in here, which is just ridiculous when someone could have just put it up either along the side better, or, I don't know. Anyways, fucking crazy people. So that's kind of what we got going on this morning. Is we're doing the helm right now. we just got to get the throttle cable out because I got to probably get it ordered, and it's going to take a week or something maybe to get it in at most. So, but I need to get that done, and in that week's time I'll be able to paint this and deal with the corrosion on the throttle adjustment levers and all that stuff. So, anyways, just another project. So, and then we've got the final coat is on that locker top right there. I did that this morning, sanded, light sanding, and then just did the final coat. And this really, that was bare wood. So it's much better than what it was. It's going to be for this one here. And then the next one we'll be working on is this side. And there was like a crack here, so I put a nice brass screw all the way down through. I wood glued it, and so I'm going to fill this in with epoxy, sand it all off, ferret, do a nice job so it's solid and it'll last for a couple more years until I can get to replacing them, if that's what I end up doing. So, projects after projects. So there's Wanagi. She's posted up here. You good girl. Right through the Dodger, you can see her. That's her little high spot on the boat. She can see everything. But she loves just laying there in the sun. It's nice and warm. Huh, Waggy? She a good girl. Yeah, so this is what we're working on, is the throttle cable assembly. All I really wanted to do was get this cotter pin out of here, but it's stainless in aluminum, and it's probably original, so it's pretty much seized up and welded itself in there by the electrolysis or whatever. This one I got out, but it's just destroyed, so I'm gonna have to replace both those, which is no big deal, just some stainless or something in there. And then I'm going to be sand this, get all this roughness out of here that I did, trying to just get those out of there, and then repaint all these things. So these cotter pins, like I said, are all seized up in here. If I can get a grip on them. Ow! Cracker jacks. Shit. Alright, anyways, I'm going to have to dig these out, and that's going to probably drill them out here. So we got our cables out, finally. Thank God. Just took half the day. That's alright, though. Nothing else to do. Alright, guess what we're doing today, or this morning, I should say. We got all our tools out. Yeah, it's back into the cockpit locker. Which is just not my favorite place because it's hard to get in and out of. But we're going back in there, in that corner, and we're going to be putting this new hose in. It's actually what fills the diesel tank from the deck. So we're putting that back in. It's going to take us a few minutes, and then, yeah. So here we go. Enjoy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got everything. Hopefully. And screw the glove. Holy smokes. got her done, but man, that's a cramped space there, kids. Hi. Hey. You want a bone? Huh? Hi, sweetie. Hey, you want a bone? Okay. Hold on. Oh my God. I got half of my tools in the way. Seriously. I'm working on it. I'm trying. Why are you looking at me like that? I told you I'd get you one. I got a lot of stuff in the way. I'm working on it. Okay, where are they? Oh, look, there they are. You know what those are? Whose are those? Those are these. Look at that. Oh, there you go, kid. Oops, there you go. Have fun. See you later. Her favorite part of the day, she gets a nice marrow bone to chew on. Way up there. Keeps her, I think you can see her. Here. Ouch. Oh, here we go. See her up there? Hey, she goes up there and chews on her bones up in the front up there. Anyways, they keep her teeth nice and clean, keep the tartar off them. She just gets, that's her treat. She gets one of those a day. I don't give her those rawhide things because they're pretty questionable these days what country they're from. They have bacteria on them and stuff. So, but like I was saying, so we were down in the cockpit locker here. I put that hose that connects to the, there's a hose that connects to the diesel input. It's not a computer bill, it's a boat. Anyway, so the diesel fills there. There's a pipe goes down into the tank right here. That's in the bottom of the cockpit locker. There's another one on this side also. But I had to replace that hose because I had to cut it to get the fitting off so I could 4200 the fitting, so reseal it. And then one of the chain plates that comes down off of one of the shrouds on the sides of the main mast, no, it's the mizzen mast one, is back here, and I tightened down the two lower nuts because there's a small leak there because it's beetle tape sealed. If that doesn't work, then once this tarp comes off, I'm thinking about pulling this mast because down below the mast is where I have a small leak coming through where the electrical's coming through. So I'm going to have to deal with that. So I'm going to probably pull the mizzen mast, and when I do that I can redo the chain plates on the whole thing. So beetle tape them. The ones in the front have all been replaced actually. The chain plates are brand new and they've been beetle taped, and it hasn't been in the water since that's been done. So I guess that's it. Cool. We're gonna get busy. Next project. You can see my helm, my steering is gone, but that's because all I wanted to do was replace the throttle cable. But that's like every boat project I've come across pretty much, is you start in on a project and then you're like, oh. And especially if it's a new boat, the boat's in great condition for what it is, but every corner I turn it's like, well, I could just kind of pretend I didn't see that, but the thing is I'm going to be the one out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on it, and so yeah, I'd rather just take care of it now, make this from here all the way down to the rudder and out solid, and then I don't have to worry about the steering. And that's why I kind of did what I did to the engine, to just kind of get it in a good condition so that I can do the same thing, so that if a problem arises it's going to be a lot easier to work on. And familiarity with all the systems, it's the best way to do it, is start taking things apart, put them back together, see how they work, where's the lubricant and these things. Like this probably hasn't been greased at all in a few years. It's a big old chain, still got grease on it, looks good, but it could probably use some of that on there, so it's just a good thing. Do I ramble? Do I talk your ear off? You notice I'm always looking over here. It's because that's where the screen is. It's not because I'm divas. I gotta start looking in the camera. Shoot. So we're doing pretty good today. I've had a couple slow days because it was raining so much, but I got up pretty early, went and caught a shower at the public pool here. They have hot showers, and then we got back here by probably 7:30. I think, back to the boat, and so I've been working since then, and it's already 12 now, so I've completed quite a few things. What I'm doing is kind of cleaning up the tail ends of a lot of projects that I had going on. Alright, so what we're going to get going on next now is we've got this refrigerator unit down in here, starboard locker. We have the refrigerator unit down in here in the starboard locker, and we're going to, it's mounted on wood slider blocks. It was making it so it was easier to move instead of metal on the wood down below. And then also now I've got about almost an inch space between that and the bottom of the locker, and so if any water or moisture gets down in there, it'll be up out of that. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna get to. Whooching, 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 whooching. It's too bad it's not this locker, because I could be like, hey, make sure you subscribe to this locker. Subscribe to the port locker. Please, don't forget to subscribe to the port locker. And make sure you like that starboard side locker. How is that, folks? Good girl. Check this out. She's having a good old time. How is that? Is that good? Hey, you. Is that good? Hey, you. What are you doing? Okay. Is that your bone? He's loving that. So here's what we're working on down here. You can see there's the refrigerator unit, and then those strips of wood underneath it. It's actually mounted to that, and then what I'm going to do is just put one screw in each side of that to just secure it down to the locker bottom there, in case the boat, gets knocked down or something. At least that'll stay where it's at. Oh, gotta do this at an angle so I don't go through the boat hull. That would suck. Yipper! Oh, blindly. Oh my God, I can't see. Cracker Jack, I can't even see the screw top. Jeez Louise, where is it? I got a tool for this. Yep, bitchin'. She's in, and she's snug, so she ain't going anywhere. Even if we get knocked down, she'll still be there. Well, that's another one for the books. I guess that refrigerator unit's in there pretty good. It ain't going anywhere, even if we get knocked down. It's solid. So I'm actually not done. I still got to put the screening in here. It's what keeps everything away from that back wall, so nothing gets leaned up against this unit, because it can get hot too. It's got a fan on it and all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and put that back in, and then we should be done in this cockpit locker. And the top of this one is the one I've been painting for a week and a half now, just when I get the weather to, so I can go sand it in between coats. So we'll be able to, I think we'll clean this up a little bit, and then we're going to put the top back on. but we're going to do it, cover it and protect it probably with cardboard and stuff, because we're going to repaint all this cockpit. But I just got to wait for some really dry, sunny days before I do that, because even with this rain cover, the humidity's too high in the air, so the paint stays tacky and it's not going to set up nice like it would if it was a nice hot day. So yep, that's what we got going on. Hey, thanks for checking out my channel this week. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can get notified of future videos, and then hit that like button if you like the video, and then also leave comments down below. I'd like to hear from you.